Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Monday Night Raw. I am Gorilla Monsoon, here with Aladdin and Samoa Joe. And today on Monday Night Raw, we are going to we don't know, but we know that Bray Wyatt showed up on Friday making a film, and his fiend self happens to be around, or his fiend selfhood. And let's talk about Bray Wyatt and the three selves that he has, Gorilla Monsoon says. Well, first you have the overseer, the leader Bray Wyatt, the one that led the Wyatt Ken, including Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, Daniel Bryan, Braun Strowman, Randy Orton, Matt Hardy, and Alexa Bliss. Then you have the Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt, who seems to be a fun-loving, carefree man, but he's hiding his evilness from inside. And then you have the Fiend Bray Wyatt, which seems to be the evil that was inside both of Bray Wyatt's selfhoods. Well, you know, one thing Aladdin says is, no need what Bray Wyatt you've been fighting over the years. No need how many evil things he's done in WWE over the years, either be on NXT or Raw or SmackDown. You know all the stuff he's done in WWE. We know all the stuff he's done in the TWF. But it's the first time we've seen the Fiend in the TWF. And we'll see how the Fiend Bray Wyatt deals with it, Aladdin says. Oh, don't forget, Samoa Joe says, Bray Wyatt is a former two-time World Heavyweight winner. He's a former WWE Heavyweight winner. He's a former WWE Raw team winner with Matt Hardy. He's a former WWE SmackDown team winner with Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Randy Orton. You know? And let's not forget all of that. You know? Are we also forgetting about all the winnings he won? Now let's go to it. Now, we understand that we got Ashley Williams here. Alright, Bray Wyatt. I know you want me. I know out of everyone you ever fought in the TWF, either it be Xena, Undertaker, Hercules, Hulk Hogan, Teddy DiBiase, Aries, Mankind, Kalisto, Edge, Buffy Summers, either it be Wonder Woman or Roman Reigns. Out of everyone you ever fought, you know, and you had your dealings with me, I'm going to tell you one thing, either it be Big Boss Man, Mechagodzilla, everyone you ever had any dealings or run-ins with, or either Paul Bear and Gabrielle, all the folks you had your runs in, you're dealing with, you seem to be dealing with me a lot more than you dealt with me. Oh, don't forget about Sting and Angel. You had dealings with me. And for some grounds, Bray Wyatt, you want to start everything with me. And I've been through a lot of shit over the years. You've seen Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness. Hell, you saw Ash versus Evil Dead or Fight Evil Dead. So you know all the shit I've been through. So come on, Bray Wyatt. Show me what you got. We are happy that we're friends, and this is a friendship that will never ever end. Oh, there you are, Ashley Williams. You forgot to include Steve Austin and Godzilla, too. Anyway, oh, there you are, Ashley Williams. I know you were talking about everyone I had hang-ups with, but it's not good to have hang-ups and binds with folks. You shouldn't go around hating folks. You know, Ashley Williams, I know you went through a lot of stuff in Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, which should have been Evil Dead 3, and Ash fights the Evil Dead. I know all those things. Hell, I know all that stuff. But he wants to get even with you. I don't want to do anything bad to you, Ashley Williams, but it's him, the Fiend, who wants to get back at you. He wants to get back at everyone we just talked about. You talked about, I talked about. But he has to start backwards before he can go forwards, right? So, the way I look at it is that you and him, the Fiend, are going to meet. And God help you when that happens. And we are happy that we're friends. And this is a friendship that will never ever end. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to play mind games with me. You're going to fuck with me, right, Bray? So that's the shit you're going to do. Well, let me tell you something, Bray. You aren't going to do shit. You can't even stand up. Hey! That's the Fiend, Bray Wyatt! And he's putting that mandible claw, those fingers down Ashley Williams' mouth. And Ashley Williams is out. The Fiend's already struck here on Monday Night Raw, Gorilla Monsoon says. And then Sister Abigail. So the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, has actually done two things to him. He Sister Abigail'd him, and he also, sadly, happened to give him the mandible claw, which at one time was Mick Foley, Mankind's move many years ago. Gorilla Monsoon says. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Samoa Joe says. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, worked with no time to start fighting with Ashley Williams. To get back at Ashley Williams, the last man that Bray Wyatt knew to have a hang-up with before all this. And now he's gone now. And he can't even stand in the ring, but he didn't have to do all the things he did to Ashley Williams, Samoa Joe says. Well, you know one thing, Aladdin said, Ashley Williams has been taken out here by the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, here on Monday Night Raw. And I wonder if we're gonna have a fight or not. I wonder if Kurt Angle or Divatox are going to have that fight. I wonder if Ashley Williams is alright. And I understand that Ashley Williams is now irked, mad, Aladdin says, and he's going to Kurt Angle's workstead. Aladdin said, well, Gorilla Monsoon says, I wouldn't want to be Bray Wyatt or the Fiend Bray Wyatt when Ashley Williams gets some, Gorilla Monsoon says. Well, we all know, Samoa Joe said, that that's actually Bray Wyatt. He's just working that South Hood so no one can blame him for anything that goes wrong. Yeah, Kurt, Ashley, you saw what happened. You saw how I got struck by the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Yeah, I saw it. I want you to give me a fight with him. I want you to give me a match with him today on Monday Night Raw or Moonday Night Underdone. Well, I'll do that. But you really sure, Ashley Williams, you want to have a fight with Bray Wyatt, the Fiend? I mean, it's not like fighting Bray Wyatt, the leader, or the overseer. It's not like fighting, Bray Wyatt, the Firefox Funhouse greeter. Hey, I don't fucking care which South Hood of Bray Wyatt I'm fighting. I don't care if it's Bray Wyatt. I don't care if it was Bray Wyatt when he was in NXT, when they put him on Raw or SmackDown or Raw or SmackDown. I don't care which Bray Wyatt is. I don't care if it's Overseer Leader Bray Wyatt. I don't care if it's Firefox Funhouse Bray Wyatt. I don't care if it's the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Alright, Ashley Williams. You have your fight. You have your match here. Well, we do understand that the fight's going to happen. We do understand that the fight's going to happen here on Monday Night Raw. And I wonder if Michael Cole, he's going to either be talking with Ashley Williams or be talking with Bray Wyatt or the Fiend Bray Wyatt if he can actually talk, Gorilla Monsoon says, or speak. We already saw the Fiend already strike here today by beating up on Ashley Williams, Gorilla Monsoon said. You ever seen anyone quite like the Fiend before? Gorilla Monsoon said. No, I haven't, Aladdin said. And I've seen a lot of weird folks. The Undertaker, Kane, Mordecai, Gangrel, Papa Shango, the Executioner, Mankind, the Boogeyman. I've seen a lot of, weird folks like that. Kevin Thorne, I guess you wouldn't put him on that list. I've seen a lot of folks like that. Hell, I even seen the Jackal. But I've seen Bray Wyatt. But yeah, not folks like the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Aladdin says, well, Samoa Joe says, you mentioned all those folks. I don't know how frightening they all are. In their own way, they were frightening. But not as bad as the Fiend Bray Wyatt. So, even though I think The Undertaker would give the Fiend Bray Wyatt a run for his gout, Samoa Joe says. Well, and Ashley Williams doesn't care. And just Ashley Williams just hit him with that lantern, that light, that was formerly Bray Wyatt head, and body slammed him. Ashley Williams doesn't care. He's fought Fiends before, Gorilla Monsoon says. Ashley Williams right now, picking up Bray Wyatt in a body slam, Gorilla Monsoon said. That's right, Aladdin said. He fought the Deadite leader, which shifted out to be Ruby Nobi's son. He fought Ruby Nobi many times. So fighting the Fiend Bray Wyatt is not a big deal for him. And Ashley Williams taking down Bray Wyatt, the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Well, Samoa Joe said, look, the Fiend Bray Wyatt getting right back up. And none of that seems to harm him. What the? Oh! The Fiend Bray Wyatt right now. It seems to feel no ache whatsoever. Unless he was one of those men or women who's born with a healing hang up that Lucifer gives them when they can't feel anything. But I don't think he's that, Gorilla Monsoon says. No, he's not, Samoa Joe says. The Fiend is only a man, or at least he's man-like. We don't know, because we don't know who's hiding behind that lair. Who's hiding behind that lairware. Who's hiding behind that hidden. A body slam. That's right, Aladdin says. And the Fiend Bray Wyatt right now seems to really be taking care of Ashley Williams right now. Wait a minute, he's got him. Sister Abigail on Ashley Williams. And now the Fiend Bray Wyatt is now getting ready to jam those fingers. He's doing it. He's jamming it. He's got it into Ashley Williams. Is he going to do it? He's got the move. He's got the hold on Ashley Williams. Is Ashley Williams going to be beaten here by the Fiend Bray Wyatt here on Monday Night Raw, Gorilla Monsoon says. My God, Aladdin says. You're right. He has gotten beat. Is Ashley Williams going to give up here, Aladdin says. I don't know, Samoa Joe says. Ashley Williams has fought so many Fiends over his lifetime. He's fought the Jedi, the Deadite leader, which was actually later on Ruby Nobi's son. He's beat Ruby Nobi too, Samoa Joe says. He's giving up, Aladdin says. The Fiend Bray Wyatt's going to win. Yes, he is, Gorilla Monsoon says. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. The Fiend Bray Wyatt. Well, the Fiend Bray Wyatt doesn't seem to mind beating up on Ashley Williams, and has actually beat Ashley Williams here on Monday Night Raw. And now his hand will not go back into that thing. It just, the fingers will not fit. Okay, there we are. And now the Fiend Bray Wyatt just standing over Ashley Williams. The Fight Lord wonders, is frightened himself. Let me in. Well, what do you think of that? Gorilla Monsoon says. The Fiend Bray Wyatt beating Ashley Williams, Evil Dead himself here, on Monday Night Raw. or Moon Day Night Under Dawn, Gorilla Monsoon says. What do I think, Aladdin says? I think that the Fiend Bray Wyatt is starting up, getting even on everyone he's ever fought with. Oh, and by the way, Aladdin said, Bray, they left me out. Bray Wyatt messed with me, he messed with Genie, he messed with Jasmine, so he left me out of the list. Yeah, he did. But that's okay, Aladdin says. That's good that he left me off the list, because I don't like to I don't even want to even think about the times I had dealings with Bray Wyatt. But at the end of the day, the Fiend Bray Wyatt has beat Ashley Williams here, and that's kind of sad. Well, it goes to show you that the Fiend Bray Wyatt he doesn't need any witchcraft to beat you. He doesn't need any mind games to beat you. He can just do it from just doing it. And the truth that he doesn't feel any ache or anything, that makes it even harder for him to beat someone. Samoa Joe says, well, Gorilla Monsoon said, I know, Gorilla Monsoon says that Michael Cole is going to be talking with Bray Wyatt after his fight. Alright, yeah. Yes, Michael. Yes, Gorilla Monsoon. I'm going to be talking with Bray Wyatt after his fight with Ashley Williams here, and we'll see what he has to say. Well, first off, Michael Cole, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, yeah, I did beat Ashley Williams, or at least the Fiend beat Ashley Williams, one of my many selfhoods. I hope Ashley Williams learns that I am now gotten even with him. And he may have slain a lot of Deadites over his years on Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness or Team of Darkness, which is Evil Dead 3, and Ash Fights the Evil Dead. But he couldn't get past me or the Fiend Bray Wyatt, which is truly sad. I feel sad for you, Ashley Williams, and I hope that you can forgive me for the wrongs that I have done to you. Now, Michael Cole, since the Fiend Bray Wyatt is now in the TWF, no one will be well. Sadly, everyone will have to be frightened. Not here on Raw, but on Impact, and on NXT, and Dynamite, and SmackDown, even Main Event, and Explosion. All of them, sadly, will have to feel the Fiend Bray Wyatt. You know, it's sad, but I have no runner lead over him. And, by the way, Alexa Bliss is doing very well these days. You will see her sooner or later. She's the newest follower of the Wyatt Ken. Since I lost Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, Daniel Bryan, Braun Strowman, Randy Orton, and Matt Hardy. But I got Alexa Bliss now, and I hope I can get others. All you gotta do is let him in. Anyway, that was my talk with Bray Wyatt. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Well, thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Bray Wyatt here on Monday Night Raw. And we understand that Bray Wyatt said that Alexa Bliss was one of his newest followers. And is that even true? But I don't know. We can't seem to seek her right now. We don't know where we put her at. But take our word for it, we do have her. We just don't know where in the bin we put her at. But yes, I understand that he said they had Alexa Bliss, and that Alexa Bliss was another one of his new followers, Gorilla Monsoon says. Well, I understand that too, Aladdin says. And are we going to see Alexa Bliss? I mean, she hasn't been behaving like herself, ever since she's had her dealings with Bray Wyatt. And we haven't seen her since her falling out with Nikki Cross and AJ Lee. Samoa Joe says we don't know where she's at. We don't really got all the time to be digging her out right now, but she will be with us tomorrow. We know that, Gorilla Monsoon says. Right, Aladdin said. Sure, Samoa Joe said. Well, that's all the time we got here for Monday Night Raw and Moonday Night Underdone. I am Gorilla Monsoon for Aladdin and Samoa Joe. We hope you like Monday Night Raw or Moonday Night Underdone, and we'll see you tomorrow.